What is up, team? We are so excited that you're all here with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Woo! All the people.
We're going to have a quick call because we really only have one.
Wait, Tanya's messaging. She said no call.
Oh, is it because I didn't repost the link? Hold on. Pause recording. And we're back.
We're back with Tanya.
Woo! Good. No, my dogs are loud, so I'll let you chat for a minute.
All right. Hey, Tanya, so before we get going, did you look at the new coach roadmap?
I looked at some of it, yes.
Okay, cool. Want you to go through it, use it, do stuff with it.
All right.
Cool. Okay, so today, before we get started on the specific topic, was there a specific topic that you were interested in or any questions that you have so we can address you first because you took the time to show up live?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, it's just selling the challenge pack. Like they want a program, but they don't want the shakes. So it's like the shake thing.
It's a shake thing. It's always a shake thing.
What
are they giving you as their reason for not doing the shake thing?
They don't like them. Yeah, money.
Okay, so the ones that don't like them,
don't like.
It's mostly they just don't like them. Just don't want to do them.
They just don't want to. Have they tried them?
Some have and some have not.
Okay, so whenever I have anybody that has tried it and said they didn't like it, we always ask more questions and we keep digging deeper. And so, I see Carlin's up. What's up, Carlin? Hey, we're just answering Tanya's question before we get into some of the meat. And she's talking challenge packs and being able to sell programs, but not the package deal because of the shake. So again, I would continue to ask more questions of people that don't like it. My first question is, how did you make it? Because I have a lot of people that will get a sample from me or somebody else where they've tried it in the past and they just throw it in a shaker cup with water. And if you've never had Shakeology and you eat like crap to begin with, that is going to taste like vomit in a cup. Now, if they eat pretty healthy to begin with, they may not mind it because their body's not rejecting all the good stuff. And I love it in just a cup with water and ice. But that's the first thing is, are they blending it? Then I ask what flavor did you pick? Because if they don't like fruity things and they went with greenberry, they're probably not going to be so pleased. So I kind of ask what flavor. I let them know it always tastes better blended, and then talk to them about different recipe combinations. Another thing I'll ask them is, when you tried it, why did you try it? What were you looking for? Because a lot of people are comparing it to just a protein shake. And so in their mind, they don't want to. A really good example, Lisa Long does not want to like it. And I see her because you know her. She did do a challenge pack one time. She did the shakes for a month, and she insists that she noticed no difference. Now, she might not have. There are people that don't necessarily feel a difference, but she also admitted she didn't want to notice a difference because she didn't want to spend the money.
Right.
So, she liked them well enough. I just continue to ask more questions and get a little bit deeper. My goal is always to get somebody to at least do that first month. And the way I always try to get that first month out of them is, one, to really notice any change. You really want to have it in your system for 2 straight weeks. It's kind of like what they say, get it in your system for 2 weeks. Get to that point. Again, with Shakeology, they can do the whole 30 days and still return it. So I let them know, hey, just get it in your system and see what you think. Over 2 weeks, if you don't like it one way, we'll try another way till we see how you like it. The other thing I let them know, hey, the reason I recommend it for the first month is because it does help you feel fuller longer. It does help cut those cravings. So I kind of hit all of the things that it's done for me specifically and why I was so successful that first month. It filled me up. Sure, I can tell you it filled me up because it's got the 70 superfoods, and those superfoods did the things to my body that they needed to. But plain and simple, bottom line, I was filled up. Bottom line, I didn't need chocolate like I used to because I was drinking my chocolate. It also helped me have that energy, when you're first starting a program and you feel like you're super tired. I don't know about your people, but you know, a lot of people when the only time they can work out is early in the morning. So that's just that added energy. Go ahead, Christine. Why are you waving?
Because I want to talk.
Go talk.
Oh, it's really like, it's good to tell them all these things, but at the end of the day, you have to ask the questions. Like the same reason why they want to get healthy using a program are the same reasons the shake is going to help them. So it goes back to those questions. Like even if they don't like the flavor, if they really want to be healthy and feel better, you have to remind them of that, because I know a few people who drink Shakeology and like still maybe aren't the biggest fans of the flavor, but they do it because they know it's worth it. Like, you know, people that take shots of alcohol that they hate at the bar just so they can get drunk. They're willing to pay $8 for that crappy drink. You just need to get them on the mission. You have to figure out what the mission is that Shakeology lends into, whether it is the weight loss, or it is the feeling fuller or longer, or being healthier, or having stronger joints or muscles or whatever. So you just got to ask those questions and figure out what they need that Shakeology will help with.
Gotcha.
So that by the time you pull a price out, they don't care because they want the answer. Yeah. Oh, the dogs are bugging her. So what about you, Carlin? Thank you for looking at our roadmap and giving us really nice compliments. It's almost like you were, you know, like maybe someone hinted at. Yeah, it was almost like someone asked you to do that. I don't. But thank you.
No, it's actually super helpful. I love the step-by-step, and I had to make sure I wasn't muted. I thought I was muted. Yeah, each link is very helpful, and I printed out that sheets and wrote my goals down, and that's about as far as I've got. And I've gone through a few of the other things, but I'm really looking forward to that welcome video, though, from you and Dawn.
That's how we know. That's from now on how we're going to know people look at it, because they're going to be like, hey, where's that welcome video from you two?
Totally forgot about it.
We totally could have done it because we've been on since 1:20. Could have totally done it.
I know. Before you continue, Carlin, I like your sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Twinsies. I know. Mine's tiny. Sorry.
Thanks.
I just
We're
pulled my
tiny, we totally left out. That wouldn't be fair. We'll have to get one.
But yeah, so Tiny, is that helpful at all or not at all?
No, yes, it is.
But yeah, and again, just remind them like why you use it. I know you do a great job of sharing it like on social media, and your husband uses it, and like what it's done for you. And again, like my goal is always to get them to at least give it that first month. You know, especially as people are shifting and changing into new habits, like why make it harder on themselves? Just makes it easier. And it's better proven results and all that good stuff.
So she's not on, but when we asked for subjects, Kelly asked a really good question. And it was how to get people to contact you when you give them your business card. And well, you guys have probably received business cards from all kinds of people. Sometimes I get them from police officers because I'm speeding. And you know, I never call them, not even one time. Rarely have I called someone whose business card I've been given, regardless of whether or not I needed it, because reaching out is always the hardest part. So if you did invest in business cards, that's cool. If you haven't yet, you don't need to. You don't need them, but you can get them. What you are supposed to do, and what I would prefer you do, is instead of giving them your information when you meet someone new and you want to get in touch with them again, you get theirs. You get their phone number or their email, or you connect with them on Facebook, because the person who has to make the first contact is going to have to be you. Very rarely, we'll call them a unicorn. Will they reach out to you first and be like, hey, I have your business card here. I'm ready to buy Shakeology. Unicorn, okay? Okay, that doesn't happen. So my answer to Kelly's question is you don't. You don't get someone to contact you by giving them. It's kind of like you don't get someone to contact you like by putting a post on Facebook. You plant a seed. You, in turn, have to go contact them, and you have to get in touch with them. So one of the tips that Dawn's going to share with you that's super helpful, when you do get someone's email that can help you get them in your system right away, especially if there's someone you just started talking about Beachbody with, is the Coach Mobile app. So Dawn's going to hog the screen for a second and show you. It's not really an app. You can do it from your computer or your phone, but it's super cool tool, and it helps prevent the whole, oops, they signed up under the wrong coach thing, or they bought the wrong thing. So Dawn's taking over.
I'm taking over. So this feature is super awesome. You can get to it from your Coach Online office. I always type in Coach mobile app on Google because I Google everything. And I click on it, but this is the browser, coachmobile.teambeachbody.com. So you're just going to input your information. I'm going to do this as Jeff. That's Jeff's email, by the way. Just saying. It's Dawn Lukowitz. And it's going to be super slow because I want it to not be. So all you're going to do is when somebody, like if you're talking to somebody on the spot and they're like, dude, I want one of those challenge packs, enroll them. Get them that challenge pack right off the bat, right? This is a great way to get their information. Or if they're not sure if they want anything, by going in here, let's make up an account. Let's see. I'm going to enroll. All right, so I'm going to enroll a new customer. Have you guys seen this before? Is this new to you?
Yeah, you showed it to me before.
Okay, so this is a great way to enroll a customer. Now, you can get them their free account this way. You don't have to get, like, they don't have to get anything. They don't have to pay anything. And what's going to happen is it's going to go right to their account. So this is going to be, all right. And you can shop. Now, you can do it without a purchase or you can do it with a purchase. I'm going to shop now. And then if you're going to do a challenge pack, you can create a challenge pack. So you can do it with any of these. You pick your programs and whatnot. What's awesome about this is, I want to go back really quick. So it's going to be slow. The useful benefit of this is if you have somebody that you're not sure if they have an account, when I have a new person that wants to order something, I always go in here first. The reason I do it is I said, we figure out what they want. Okay, I want to order the 21-day fix. Okay, perfect. What's your email? And I'll set it up so it goes right to your address. So, hold on. I don't know if that's a real address for her. So if I want to enroll this customer, dang, it's going to let me do it. Darn it. Hold on, let me do a different one.
Do mine.
I'm gonna.
7. Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
So if I want to enroll her as a customer, it already says she's good. What's that
I
noise?
think it's a buzz.
Okay, so those of you that are actually watching this recording, and Carlin, if you are talking to somebody and this comes up, that means they already have a coach. So before you do anything else with them, you let them know that they have a coach. That somewhere along the way, they purchased a program, whether it was like on Amazon or, you know, 10 years ago when P90X came out and they called the infomercial, like they got assigned a coach. And that's when you can say, you already have a coach. I would really love to work with you. Did you even know you had a coach? And if they don't, that's when you do a coach switch before they order. So much easier to find out that way than have them order and then never see the order show up in your office. And then they have to do something about it. And it's a royal pain in the tush. So this is super, super helpful. As far as the business, the other cool part about this is once you've sent somebody the information, you can click on the status button and see where they're at. So like this Amber person, okay, this is really a long time ago, but I sent her this. She's actually done something different since this was in. But I can see that she never even opened this. So I can then follow up and say, hey, I sent you that link we talked about. Did you get it in your email? Did you see it yet? Then you know if it went to spam or not. If they saw it in their email but didn't open it, this might prompt them to open it. If you go to started, you can see that this person opened one. So I know that she at least got it and opened it. So now I can follow up. Hey, Tara, I know you checked this thing out. Did you have any further questions that I could answer for you? Did we need to switch things up? And you can then have a conversation about it. So by putting them in here, you can see where they are in the process, and you can then have more dialogue. And then you'll also see once it's completed. But once it's completed, you'll then see it in your Coach Online office. Does that kind of make sense? So anyway, this is a super useful tool, and I've used this when I was out. I was at a meeting one time. Let me stop screen sharing. I was at a meeting for Toastmasters, and I actually did a talk about the 21 Day Fix containers because I'm brilliant. And I signed somebody up with somebody that had done Shakeology before. And before I even left the room, I was like, hey, do you know what you want? Like, let me put this in. It's going to go to your email, and then we can follow up later tonight. So it was already there. I already had her information. I didn't have to, like, hunt her down. I went to a Super Saturday a little over a year ago. And it was a super small Super Saturday. And I'm mentioning Super Saturday because the next one's coming up next month. So you want to start looking for the Super Saturday that's going to be near you. And if you can't get to one in person, see if you can get to one streamed online. But I happened to go to one that had like 10 people there. But the guy that was running it is in the Million Club, which means in his first business center, he's earned more than $1 million in commissions with Beachbody. So dude knows what he's doing. And I'll never forget, one of the first things that he said at a Super Saturday was he's never had a business card in his life. He doesn't use them because it does no good to give your information to somebody and not get theirs in return. I personally have business cards. I like having my face on a card, just saying. That is a tip, though. If you do get a business card, put your face on it. Because I looked like when I was doing a different business, I collected a ton of business cards, but I didn't have a face to associate with the names. So if I didn't know whose it was, it got tossed. But if I had a face and a name, it was more helpful. But the reason I have it is as a reference for them later. Like, I'm getting their information still, and then I say, hey, if you have any questions in the meantime, here's my email. Hey, if you're interested, I do a blog. My blog information is on there. I use it for other things. I'm not using it to send them to my Beachbody site. I actually tell people, please don't go to my Beachbody site and order because you're going to get something that you don't want. Because we know how confusing that can be, and they need to, like, talk to us first. So once a millionaire guy tells me I've never used business cards, kind of makes you think, like, yeah, there's something to that. We need to be getting their information. Word, go. Go, yo.
That's it. I mean, it's really simple, and it's the same, like I just said, it's the same with your posts. You can post all day long and you can plant seeds, but people are rarely going to reach out. You're going to have to make that list and reach out to them and have those conversations. And if you watch the video I put from Melanie Mitro in the team page, she says, if you are working for a company and your job is to recruit a certain number of people or help a certain number of people, your boss is going to come in and say, let me see the numbers. Let me see who you talked to. Let me see who you followed up with. And if you don't have that list, you might not have your job anymore. Now, Beachbody's not going to fire you, but if you want to make money with this, the best way to do it is to get some names, write them down, track them. The best way to learn, too. How are you going to learn what you did right and what you did wrong if you're not keeping track? I cannot tell you how many times I've blown it and been like, man, what did I do? And I have to go back and be like, oh, that was so dumb. You screwed that up. So just get people's information, make lists, write down names, and then track your conversations. That's the best way to add people and help people and get them to join you. Giving out those vibes, sending out business cards, putting out flyers, putting out posts, that's planting seeds, but no one's coming unless you go pick them. You gotta go pick them.
And Carlin, you commented on a perfect post the other day in Team Fitfluence. We have a newer coach, great coach, Erica Gray, is doing awesome work, and she asked, hey, does anybody have a good tip on how to go back and look at conversations that we've had? And Christine and I were going to screenshot it, and we totally didn't. As a lesson learned.
It's in my phone. It's in my phone.
No, but I need to share. Maybe you'll share later. But the point was, Erica's now been doing this for a while. You guys have now been doing this a while. Tanya, you've been a coach, have you been a year now?
Almost a year, yeah.
Yeah, so you've had a lot more conversations than you may realize. And so if you're not writing down, like, it's hard to remember who you've talked to and what those conversations were. Like, it's all well and good to look back in Messenger, in Facebook Messenger, and see, like, okay, what did we talk about the last time we talked about? But if you don't remember who you talked to, then you don't know to go look them up. And I think that's where Erica was like, I know I've had conversations with people, but I can't remember which people I've had conversations with to now go back and look.
So now she's
Messenger.
scrolling. She's wasting 30 to 45 minutes of her power hour scrolling. Painful.
Old conversations where all she needed to have was a name. If she had a name down, just type in the name and that whole conversation pops up. Now, I
It'd be better
recommend
though if she had names and notes in case the conversation got lost, which will happen.
yeah,
Right, I have my list, and then like if they got something, I highlight their name, and then I write down the date that we spoke. And then if they didn't write me back, I just put NA. So yeah,
See?
that's
And
And that's all you need. That's all
and then
you
you go back to those NAs and you go back to those other people. And then those people that have ordered, you continue to go back and check in on them to see where they're at in their process. If they didn't get an all access, but they got the 21-day fix before all access existed, time to talk to them about, hey, are you ready for something a little bit more now? Are you looking to change it up? You re-engage all those old customers that you've already had conversations and sales with, or those people that didn't do Shakeology the first time around and they fell off, and you're like, dude,
Or
getting ready to
maybe they
Go
still
ahead.
don't want to. And you know what Dawn does that I forget to do that she's really good? She asks for referrals. Like, hey, since you're not interested, that's totally cool. Do you know of anyone who's looking to get healthy? Because they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then that might be like a little light bulb in their brain. Like, oh, I do. Well, I don't want you to get their money. I want to get their money. Oh, well, you can be a coach with me. Yeah. Okay.
You can make the money. You can make the blang.
It's true.
But yeah, it's awesome. Like, continue to write names down, but we need to continue to add to those names and continue to add to those lists of people as we go, which is, super vital to what we do. We always need more names because eventually we run out, and then that sucks. We don't ever want to run out. That's why we got to keep adding. Christine's doing something super intense, and I don't know what it is.
I'm not sorry. I had a customer just get the all access pass and he's panicking because, you have to unlock. It says unlock because they haven't given him all yet and he's freaking out.
Go answer him.
I'm answering him real fast.
I really need international. Really, really bad.
I know you do. I hope you get it back. Gosh darn it. Which country is it all? You've got everyone, don't you?
yeah. I got New Zealand, Netherlands, Australia.
And they're not APOs. They're straight up foreign. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, when you move, you're going to find new peeps to hang with. But yeah, I totally agree. And I hope they get that back soon. Because that sucks. Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
I know they're going to be opening another international market, but we don't know what it is. I'm seeing buzz about the UK. Not that necessarily helps you. But yeah, we don't know which market it's going to be yet. They'll probably announce that at Summit. Carlin, did you have any questions or anything that has come up?
I was just thinking about what you showed us where you could, am I on mute? Okay. Where you showed us to enter a new customer.
Uh-huh.
That with the gal that bought the all access from me. I sent it the first time and it let me send it. And then she says, well, I didn't get it in my email. So I would go to send it again and it says you already have a coach. And she didn't have a coach.
So
And so
you
she
have
did
to
it
go-
a different-
well, so you don't resend it again from the beginning. You go actually into where you sent it. Yeah, show her. Because you're right. You can't resend it.
So, like on this person, you would, shoot, hold on. You can go in there, and then you can hit the little button,
Okay.
and then you can resend the confirmation email.
Good
Okay.
question. Thank you for asking.
Now, the other part of this that's really cool is, okay, so you can only, if you have somebody that is your customer already, so they're already your customer, you can't then set up like a challenge pack to go to them because you're already their coach. This only lets you get them into the system, okay? But if somebody is going to now become a coach, so let's say you have somebody that's working with a different coach, but now they want to become a coach under you, you can enroll them this way as a coach and it will switch them. They don't have to switch to be your customer first. So that's super nice. What I like that for specifically is when I move people to become, maybe they're my customer, but I want them to be a coach under my husband's business center. They don't have to first switch to him. I can just change them super easy.
Okay.
There was another thought I had about, something else. Okay, so real quick, because I ran into this problem and couldn't figure out what happened. I sent a girl that was going to get Shakeology, and then I was putting her in my tracker app, okay? Whenever you're doing like multiple steps with people, give them one step at a time, okay? First, have them order, then send them the link for the tracker app. So we were messaging through this process, and what happened was she got the tracker app link, and so she went into the tracker app, which now made her a customer of mine, which was cool, right? Now she's my customer. That negated the first link I sent her for her Shakeology. Because now she couldn't order off of the first link because the first link makes her become a customer. Does that make sense? So all the work I did to make sure she did not order the wrong thing was for nothing. And then she ended up ordering the wrong thing, and then we had to get it fixed. So always do one step at a time. It also helps that person feel less overwhelmed. But I learned that the hard way. I was like, I don't know why your link doesn't work. She's like, it says you sent it. It says what you put in it, but it won't let me use it because she went in the tracker first, and then it negated the, yeah. That was a fun day. Fun day. So all her stuff got fixed, but yeah, that's just one thing to keep in mind. Cool. Other questions? No? Other things? Tanya, are you coming to Summit? Do you have your dates yet for your move?
We do not.
Okay.
The CSM list comes out on the 15th, so hopefully after the 15th, then everybody will get orders, official orders.
Okay. Is his probably a June, July move?
It will be, yeah, because graduation's June 23rd, and they want us out as soon as possible after that.
Right.
With the new class in, yeah.
Man. All right. Well, hopefully it's going to work because we want you there badly.
I know. I want to go badly.
Whoa. No, man. And Carlin, any chance you're still trying to figure out possible, maybe not, maybe?
Yeah, I was looking, and I was looking at purchasing a ticket, and then I was looking at flights. That got overwhelming. I was like, oh.
Okay, what you need.
It might be cheaper for us to buy a plane, get a pilot's license, and fly there ourselves. It's so crazy.
It is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
What I want you to do, Carlin, is I want you to figure out all the costs on your own. Then I want you to break them down from now until July and figure out how many challenge packs you need to sell between now and July to be able to go.
Okay.
That's really good advice.
So you're going to break that crap down, and you're going to tell Melanie, and you're going to tell Christine, and if you want a third person on your back, tell me how many challenge packs you need to sell, and you need to sell them, quicker than that time period so you can afford the travel, because it's not cheap. I know that. So break it down and figure it out, and then let's get a plan to get that done.
Okay. Yeah, my husband says it's cool if I go. I just gotta
Pay for it.
Yeah.
All the Beachbody husbands are going to have a party here while we're gone.
Right.
I know it's because he met me and I was so charming, and he said, you should go hang out with that girl.
Look at all my
Weird.
Totally why. Anya's husband has yet to meet me, so she's still allowed to go.
Oh, he did meet you at Susan's once. He thought you were cool because you had a Giants jersey on.
Oh, that's right. That was the Nerf gun war.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Well, I know we don't want to make this too long in case anybody actually does watch, but guys, I'm like Christine and I are so happy that you jumped on because we like talking to each other, but
This is better.
but what I like most is that you guys really do want to work, and like we don't want people to be telling us that they want to work. We want them to show us that they want to work. So, Carlin, you go figure that out over the next couple days.
Okay.
Break it down, and then let's get a serious, hardcore plan and make it happen.
Okay.
Hardcore, yo.
Get some. Thank you guys. So go get some people's information.
Okay.
Sis Mom. Bye guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.